It's a day of thank you. It's thank you to the board, president. Thank you to who was all involved in getting the court named Nolan Richardson. I certainly am very proud of the fact that because of its name, it gives me great honor and great pleasure because of the grandkids and great-grandkids and kids that are mine that'll, when I'm gone, that'll remain. I have been blessed many times in the fact that I'm very lucky that if you drove down the street in El Paso, you see the Nolan Richardson Junior High Middle School. If you go to the school that I graduated from, the Bowie High School Gymnasium, I went to Bowie, is now named Nolan Richardson's Gymnasium. You know, it is so exciting, not so much for me, because now that I sit back and see these things happening, then it gives me great pleasure that I'm not gone yet. You know, I said this story about my granddaughter. She's here. Many, many years ago when they named the school, and she was at the ceremonies, and they was saying that this school would be named. They were unveiling and everything, and she starts crying. She's about 4 or 5 years old. I don't know how old she was, but she starts crying, and and I said, "What are you crying about?" And she says, "They name things when you die." So that told me something. God, I got to do some things before I die. I did never go into basketball thinking that I would ever receive any kind of an award. I went into the game because that was the way that I would have an opportunity to go to college. We didn't have the grants and the aids, and I live with a grandmother, and my sister's here. We got just two, me and the two girls. My oldest sister, can you stand up? This is my oldest sister. My youngest sister, there you go. When I went and tried out for the junior college team, I had to go to junior college. And I keep telling, I was a 4-point student. That's what I knew when I went off to college. And I know, you know, and I told it to Mike the other day, and I walked, he said, "How do you make 4 points?" I said, "Hell, I made 1 point every year, 4 times." I get very upset when I hear them saying student athletes. I get upset because most kids come to school to go play basketball. They want to go to the next level, and it's worse now than it's ever been. The parents, they don't talk to you about education. They talk to you about, can you get him to the next level? So I call the kids coming here just like the minor league baseball teams, getting prepared to go play pro, coming to college to go play pro. Now, if you don't get the education, or if you don't make it pro, you can go back to college. And I've always believed that the window of opportunity is what's important. The window of opportunity to get a degree, hell, you can get a degree when you're 90. You can't play basketball. And so sometimes you opt out to do what you have to do in order to take care of your family. And that's important. So I looked at more than just the basketball part of life for our players and our kids, because I knew where I came from. My grandmother would say, "Don't ever forget where you came from. Then you'll know where you're going." And I followed that rule, not forgetting. I brought along with me the guy that gave me an opportunity. All these things would not have happened. I was sitting there talking to Rose last night. I said, you know, this couldn't have happened to us if someone didn't give me an opportunity to open the door. And he's with us. I don't think, Dr. Simpson, where's Dr. Simpson? He's standing right over there. Dr. Simpson. Dr. Simpson was a junior college coach. Dr. Simpson was the athletic director at this junior college. The junior college was in Western Texas. Western Texas was only about 4 years old, had already won a national championship. And he takes a chance on this guy out of El Paso who had spent 13 years as a 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, junior high. Hey, you name it, I coached it. I was on all those levels. But he gave me a chance by saying, you have the opportunity to be our coach in junior college. That's where the Paul Pressey's comes in. So when I think about what is happening here today, it started many, many years ago. I've got a young man here today, his name is Hilario Tovar, from all El Paso. 1973-74, we were district champions. Boy, high school, what's that? Lead 8, tallest guy on the team at one time was less than 6 feet tall. Stand up, Tovar. El Paso. All right? It goes farther and deeper than just coaching the game of basketball. I've always said that if it is to be, it's up to me. It's up to me to help each one of our kids to progress in life. It's up to me, and I understand that. I'd like to say in closing is that I have never been as happy of receiving an award when I think of the times of 13 or 14 Hall of Fames that I'm in. And if I was a young man, I would not play for me. That's why I call him Blakely, because I forget those names. I tell you another thing. Where's Ernie Murray? Wabasipa. No? Yeah. Those are the things. What makes it so much fun is that you got people that has been in your, whether they were at Tulsa or Arkansas or El Paso. It's amazing. That's what makes me feel so good. That the fans could be happy. My players could be happy. I'm certainly happy. And so it's a happy, happy, happy. And I hope and pray that when I'm talking to my kids that are family members, that when I leave this earth, they will know that I did the best that I could do, no matter what I partake, no matter what I would undertake. I tried to do the best. And for you to honor me this way, it's touching. I want to say in final, Coach Anderson, I don't know where you are, I can't see anymore. Coach Anderson goes way back. It's just like a son. When Coach Anderson played for me at Tulsa University, he had a nickname. His nickname was Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse. And if you are old enough to remember Mighty Mouse, how many of you old enough or young enough, or whatever, remember Mighty Mouse? Here he is to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on his way. Mighty Mouse, okay? That's what we used to say when the Mighty Mouse came in the game. He coaches the way he felt. And I'm really proud and happy that as we think about it, I got 17 years here. Mike got 8. That's quite a few years between two guys in the family. They should have ran us off Mike a long time ago. But I just want you to know that long you live, die you must. So you go out and you work as hard as you can. If it works out, fine. If it don't, fine. Let's go. Don't stop working. And for you people that are traveling back home, would you please drive with safety and care? Because the life you save may be mine. Take care.